Hi, YouTube. This is for news, education, and documentary purposes. And listen, if you're not new to the channel, as always, the flower's in a pinned comment. I'll take you to the short where you can see the flower. And if you sat there and you're going, Mills, where the have you been? Stick around till the end of the video. We'll have a little chat about that. But for now, let's get into some GMO cookies from Peace Naturals. So the GMO cookies from Peace Naturals is a beta irradiated flower. It's 30% THC, however on the side of the tub it is detailed as a 29.8% THC, and it's also an £8.50 on the gram flower. As you can tell, I'm still a big fan of tubs, and if you're not doing it, I urge you to get your meds out of the plastic tubs and into mason jars as quick as you can. So first impressions when I've opened the GMO cookies, it's very similar to the space cake, and what I mean by that is really small nugs. I'm going to say they're the Hasbullas of the medical cannabis scene, and if you don't know who Hasbulla is, go give them a search, it'll make sense. But to be honest with you, I feel like the space cake was slightly bigger than what I got with the GMO cookies. And on top of that too, I feel like the space cake was slightly better trimmed. Because I did have a couple of buds in mind. It was only a couple of buds, but they no doubt looked like they'd been trimmed by Ray Charles. Now, even though the buds were on the smaller side, they were no doubt coated, and I mean coated. But having said that, there was no bounce to them. They were like little stones, and even though there was a Boveda pack provided, it had next to no effect to the medicine. So what I got from this one on the nose was some earthiness with a mixture of sour/gas, but there was something like that I couldn't pinpoint, like I'd say slightly off with it. I have seen other people saying that they got like overwhelming sweet. I'm not getting any of that, so I maybe it's different batches, but yeah, I didn't get any sweet at all. In regards to the medical benefits that I personally got from the GMO cookies, I would say on a pain side, I got mild pain relief, which isn't bad. But what I did notice was that almost instantaneously, this for me was slowed right down. So my dickhead brain sometimes, and pardon the French, I apologise, my brain sometimes moves at like 1,000,000 miles an hour. So to have that slowed right down was rather refreshing. So although this is detailed to be 30% THC, it doesn't feel like a 30% THC. However, it is still one that I would be choosing to use later on in the day or / early evening to wind down in front of the TV, probably play some games very badly. Moving on to the taste side of things. Now, although I had earthiness with gas and a mixture of sour, that didn't all translate over to the taste. What I got from the taste side of things was floral with sour on the exhale. Now, that's not something that I dislike. It just wasn't present enough for me. And that at £8.50, I think it needs to be better. Final thoughts on the GMO cookies. Now, even though I got okay pain relief from it, and as I stated, it massively helped the slowing of the brain, if I consider everything else and also consider what's available at the £8.50 price bracket, I won't be picking the GMO cookies up again. I do believe that it is more around a £6.50 to £7 strain, and a lot of that for me is based upon the Hasbulla buds, the small buds. Now, I don't know, I'm no professional, right? But it feels like there is a lot of stress or stunted growth just based upon the consistency of miniature, minute, tiny, minuscule buds. And remember, I'm someone who openly admits I don't mind popcorn nugs. However, there's a line. There is a line. That wraps it up for the GMO cookies from Peace Naturals. If you're still watching, thank you. I appreciate you. Big up you and big up your nan. Now let's have a little chat about where the I've been. No doubt some of you have been wondering, where the did Mills go? What happened? Am I okay? Some of you have even reached out. And for that, thank you. I really do appreciate that. And sorry if I was a bit off with you. I just had a few things that like I had to personally figure out. Now I've got some notes that you might see me looking back to just to like jog my memory, because there's been 5 months since we last uploaded anything, which is quite a long time, and to be totally honest with you, I've missed it. I've missed it. Now let's get into it a little bit. So like most of you, I struggle with mental health, and over the Christmas period, that mental health, I had a big dip, probably the biggest dip that I've ever had to date. The ripple effect of that dip hitting me was that I lost a lot of drive for just life in general and everything to do with it. This isn't something new for me. This is something that I've dealt with, like, every so often. It raises its ugly little head, right? And I deal with it. However, this time was a bit more intense, and for quite a long time, a prolonged time, sorry, is the word I'm looking for, which is new to me. I've never had it for that amount of time, so intense. So to be totally honest, like, I struggled with it over the Christmas, and obviously I think there was a little bit seasonal depression that was thrown in there too. What did I do? I hid away, like the idiot I am. I hid away, I tried to hide, didn't bother speaking to anybody. I shut away from everyone and the world, basically, and that wasn't the right thing to do. And I think looking back now, in hindsight, isn't hindsight a beautiful thing? I think looking back, that probably made things worse, because I had no outlet, and that's something that I thought was important to just let you know, that don't be like me, don't be a dickhead, and again, pardon the French, don't be silly, don't lock yourself away. A wise man actually once said to me, your feelings are like a fart, they're better out than in. So I think we'll probably leave the heart to heart right there with that notion, and if you're having a bad time, just remember, you've made it this far, you're not doing too badly, and reach out to someone who you trust. I think you'll be surprised at how much it'll help you, and potentially help that person too. Right, now that we've got all that out of the way, as always, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you very much. Drop me a little fist bump in the comments, your favourite emote. Even just drop me a comment, it's been a while, let's have a chat. You can also catch me over on Instagram, I have a Twitter/X, and we also do have a Discord. What I'll do is I'll pop all the relevant links in the pinned comment along with the flower, and hopefully I'll see you over on some of the other socials. If not, I look forward to catching you in the next one, so stay safe and peace out for now.